Thank you. Dear JCPS, the topic of my speech is listen to stakeholders. The longer version is listen to the stakeholders that are most affected by our policies. They've been telling you the things that need to change in our district. We need to listen to parents of color. We need to listen to mothers of color. There was a video that just recently went viral last week of a parent at one of our elementary schools. That is the same elementary school that speakers came and spoke to you last year in the in the spring of May about an election at their school that had taken place that was manipulated by administration. These parents have been telling you about bias that exists in their schools, and we need to listen to them. These are the same parents that have been shut out of PTAs and site-based decision-making councils. They are the parents that are concerned about their students with police presence in their schools. They are affected by the student assignment plan the most. We need to listen to them. We also need to listen to Black educators. In your folder, in addition to the sheets that I gave to Angie, you each have a manila folder in front of you with some samples of another elementary school in our district that a staff member has been targeted for simply bringing up and trying to educate her school community about bias that exists. And instead of listening to her concerns, she's been targeted and experienced retribution. So there is a copy of her response in your folder. It's clear that the groups that exist in order to represent these stakeholders have not been speaking up for this most marginalized community. So we have to be intentional and make space for them. We need to listen to our maintenance employees. There's a class action lawsuit right now, and our maintenance workers have conveyed that based on the color of their skin, they're not being promoted as quickly as other coworkers. And many of them still bear the title helper. I'm sorry, but that is an offensive title for somebody that's been in a career for as long as many of these maintenance workers have. There's a rumor that there's a blacklist in HR, for example, too. We have to remove these barriers and make space for equity across the district, and listening to our families, our stakeholders of color in particular, because they are closest to the pain, as G2 Brown says. Our students, many of our students came here last year and spoke to you about a principal who had made some derogatory comments. Unfortunately, the district did address that, but my understanding is there's still things taking place in that school. So please look at your folder and be aware of that as well.
Thank you so much for being here this evening. Our next speaker is Braden O'Bannon. Braden O'Bannon, who wants to talk to us about school field trip. Welcome, Braden, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Braden O'Bannon. Yesterday, I handed Mr. Polio a letter concerning a field trip. I was invited back to share this idea with you tonight. I would like to read it to you now.